to think about the incentives or the language that a medium is built around. And then you have to ask yourself, does that make people smarter or dumber? And a lot of these mediums inherently make us dumber, or at least they make it harder to get to truth. Well, I think Twitter broke a lot of people's brains. So you think about like what a journalist was like 20 years ago. They were someone who thought long form, so like a couple thousand words. They thought like not the day's news cycle usually, but they might be working on an investigation or a piece over a sort of a somewhat long period of time. It would be edited, it would be fact checked, etc. It was supposed to be objective, so you had to consider multiple perspectives. Now you contrast that with Twitter, which is like driven primarily by journalists, right? And they're like, throw all that out and think about the world in 240 characters.
Yeah.
The world is complicated. 240 characters is nothing.
But you could have like Twitter threads where you can have one thing and then you have a second comment on it, a third and fourth, and people do that and they do get coherent points out.
But nothing is the most viral is a singular tweet, right? That's,
right.
And you're not like, hey, it's pretty complicated. There's a little bit of this and a little bit of that. You're like, screw this person, or this is evil, or this is the worst thing I've ever seen, right? It inherently, and Postman, I think, talks about this really. It is inherently driven by the demands of that medium.
Yes, yeah, it is in many, many ways. And it's also so alien to the way we are designed to communicate. We're designed to communicate looking at each other eye to eye, and I think that's one of the great benefits of podcasting. Is that podcasting is at its core, it's communication in its purest form. It's like that's how people are designed to communicate. Like what we're doing right now.
Have been communicating for all of, other than the microphones.
Yes.
What this is the one of the most basic human things that there are.